qualifies a father or a mother to curse a child? What gave them the qualification to curse? Number one is because if they are the one that gave birth to you, that is the qualification. Only that is, we have three. But Genesis 15 verse 4, Hebrews 7 verse 10, and Matthew chapter 1 verse 1 to 15. Bible says, Hebrews 7 verse 10 says, you are in his loins. If they are the ones that gave birth to you, either by rape or by accident. I have a friend, his parents told him that you are by mistake. After 15 years, they are done, and then something happened, and then the guy came. If it's like that, hallelujah. If they gave birth to you, whether by artificial insemination or by a natural process of sex, if you are their product, that is the qualification they have, that is their license. Once they are your parent, that means the man has sex with the mom and then they gave birth to you. Once you are a product of that man, that is the qualification he has to say over you. Not that he took care of your school fees, that his qualification is that he gave birth to you. Come on, all together. That is the same qualification, he has to bless you. Number two qualification is that God hears their word over you. God honors the blessings and the curses of our parents over you. God will hear your father when he prays for you. God will hear your father when he blesses you. Bible says, and then the final qualification is that because they labored over your life. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents. Because they saw he was a proper. So Moses for 3 months was hid. Isaiah chapter 49 verse 15. They labored over us. See, many of us, now that I become a father, I now understand that many things. You will not know that now that you grow, you are now a teenager. You are now an adult. You now know that you have hairs on your shoulders, and then you have hairs, and then your parents are coming, and then you lock the door. My dad is introducing my prophecy. Why is my father checking my phone? Don't carry my phone. You never knew that once upon a time, you were naked before them. They held you, baited you morning and night. Morning and night. You did not allow them to sleep. You are crying. They could not sleep. They fed you. You are rejecting the food. They took you to the hospital. You could not know. You weary on your clothes. They bought pampers. Sometimes it was even napkin. They will wash the napkin. You embarrass your mommy in public meetings. She could not. Their life changed when you were born. And some of our mothers were caught. Like their private part were caught. Because of the size of your head. Yeah, when your head was big. I learned it when I was hearing stories in the hospital when I was giving birth. Your head was big. Some of our mothers, by your birth, her private part was cut. Because of your hair size. You can look at your hair size, you can know what happened. It's true. Maybe 5 of you, 5 of them, the mother was cut 5 times. Some of the time it was surgery. Your mother may even have flat belly before. But because of giving birth now, the belly is no longer flat. Hallelujah. And then because they caught your mother, your father was no longer faithful to her. He started cheating her out. You don't know all the things your mother have gone through, all your father have gone through for your head. And then now you can speak Queen's English. I know my right. You are a fool. Like, you know your rights. What do you mean by you know right? Can you explain right? You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Nothing. Properly nothing. Even if your father slept your mother, do you know how it means to get a woman pregnant? Do you think it's easy? No. Do you think it was easy to get your mother when your father slept with her and ran away? Do you know how much he suffered? How he scoped her, how he begged her, how he talked to her, how he lured her to the room, how he slept with her. Do you know how many times he slept with her before he became pregnant with you? You don't know this thing, and then you're not saying because of what they have done in your life. When they say it will not be well, it will not be well. Nobody did. Your boyfriend you saw in NYC or the guy you met in university did not know anything, and then now you are, because you cannot disobey your parent publicly because you read strong Greek Bible. The Greek word is, you know, my father. No. That is foolishness on rampage. Because of what they have done over your life, they can curse you. And when they say it, Charlie, it has stuck. Come on, are we together? So these are the reasons why they are qualified. You saw your mother's breast, that she was down flat. Before she was standing like she was attractive. Now she had to wear shoulder pad, had to wear a bra that has iron, had to do many things to look attractive. Everything is flat. Now she has a wrinkle because of you. Makeup doesn't feel like her. Then when your age, you see her picture when she was young, you are not even beautiful like her. When she was your age. Because of you. After the 3 children, they will have thought, but you are the 4, you now came and orangu, and you are the one giving problem. That is why if they say it will not be well with you, it will not be well with you. Think about yourself when you are like Zipporah. When you are, where were you? Where was your brain? Tabula rasa is the word. Not tabula rasa, nothing. You did everything by mimicking. Everything by mimicking. Now you went to school, you learn A, B, C. They watch you when you could not turn your neck. They watch you when you could not turn on the bed. They watch you when you cannot stand down. They watch you when you started crawling. They watch you when you started walking. And then now you have bum. Now you have chest. Men are talking to you. And your mother cannot talk to you again. Do you know why I am? Do you know why I am in my campus? Because you are SUG president. Do you know why I am outside? You are telling your parents. Do you know? Oh boy. Yeah, why is that? When you see your father, your mother, well, that they have tried. They have tried. So because of this qualification, when they say, Charlie, you are causing me tears. Now, what qualifies a child to be cursed? Now, these are the things that qualify a parent to curse a child. Now, what can a child do to be cursed? Number one is when you dishonor and mock your parent. In Genesis 9, verse 12 to 20. That was the mockery of Ham. He mocked his father's nakedness. Now, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook have a subtle way of teaching young people to mock. Like, there is a question I don't always like. If you don't want your wedding to become like your parents' wedding, lift up your hands. And many people, yeah. I don't want my parents. You don't know what they survived. Yeah, they don't know what you know. Yeah. I don't want it to be like that. No, I don't like the way my father is to be talking to my mother. I like the way Tolu. You don't like it. You think he was talking to her like that before the while? So don't mock. Don't say, this is my father's car. Charlie, even if he can give me inheritance, I don't want this car. I don't want it. You don't want the car. You are laughing at your mother's bike. Laughing at your father's car, laughing at the shoe. Because of you, he did not buy a shoe. I saw my mom one time. My mother graduated at level 17, highest level of the federal government. Her mates were driving. She was not driving because of us. One day, we were going for quiz, and she was telling me a story one day, that one day she was not having a shoe to wear to work. And then she wore a slippers. I was pretending as if she was limping. So that people would not say why she was wearing slippers. The school she sent us to, my neighbors were lecturers. Their children were not going there. 5 of us were going there. 30,000 naira was my school fees, 2002. Think about 30,000 naira, 2002. And then 3 months. I have never prayed for school fees once. All that sacrifice. I told her, Mommy, see, for me, she has to tell me, don't buy a wrapper for me again. Like me, for you. No. You don't mock your father's anything. They say, look at your father, like you're comparing, and then you look at where your father is living, look at where the mother is living. Anything, and some of people are ashamed of their parents. Like you're ashamed of introducing your father to your friends. Because of the shape of his face, because of his finger, because of the way he dresses. And all this is because of you. If he spent the money he had when he was young on himself, he won't be like this. Some people are ashamed of their parents because they cannot speak English. No, Mommy, don't speak English when we go. And then they are ashamed of them. Never mock your parent. Never. Come on, now, we together. Never mock their cars, never mock their house, never mock their marriage. Anything, even if your father is an alcoholic and he drinks, never mock him. Never. Even if he's small, even if he has 4 wives telling you that cannot even go, don't hear it. Because when you do it, you are qualified for a curse. He mocked him for drinking and a curse came. Come on, are we together? I'm talking about fathers and mothers. Never mock them. Never mock your mom. Never say you are too short, you are too tall. Look at. Number 2, it disobey your parent in the Lord. When they say do something in the Lord. Now, when the obedience is not in the Lord, that is when the instruction is not in the Lord. Example, when I was to start the ministry, God has spoke clearly to me and instructed me to start. But my father was against it. He wanted me to practice engineering. But I had to tell him, this is what God has said. Please, sir. He refused. Now, I had a choice to obey God or to obey him because this was a direct instruction. My dad didn't talk to me for 1 year, 6 months. If I have obeyed him, you will not be listening to me this morning. Was 1 year, 6 months later, my dad started talking to me. And now he's calling me apostle. I had to obey the Lord. But at the time when they give you an instruction in the Lord. Example was like when you want to marry somebody and then you find out the person that this is the will of God. You are sure it's the will of God. And then your parents say no. Then you have to take it gradually. Even though the will of God, you have to do. I was not rebellious. I did not fight and say no to hell with you. No. I went to him. I would give him offering. Pray for me. No, he never agreed. But I never fought him. So when you disobey them in the Lord, there are people that disobey their parents. I will not do it. They will not say I will not do it, but they will not do it. So disobeying your parent can bring a curse. Number 4 is violating the dignity of your parent, leading to their embarrassment. Just like in Genesis 35 verse 22, Reuben went and slept with his father's wife. Hallelujah. Just imagine people hearing that, your child slept with your wife, your concubine. Charlie, you are not active in the bed. Charlie, that woman is looking for a strong man. And then this Nigerian movie that are showing young man sleeping at them. So young people are training to become Casanovas like that. Something that violates your father's dignity. I shared a story about a guy that was fighting with. He removed his mother's wig and slapped her with the wig. What's wig that I use for example now? Like, remove the wig from the head and slap her with the wig on her face. If that guy live up to 5 years, I'll be shocked. Shocked. Properly shocked. Hallelujah. Some will walk on their parents, walk out on them, push them and they'll fall down, push them and enter the room, push them and come out. You know, enter this house, and then some terrible things. Terrible things. To your father or to your mother. No. Anything that violates their dignity, publicly that lead to embarrassment, never do it. It's just like getting pregnant out of wedlock, intentionally to hurt your parent or something like that. When you know that your father is a pastor, you are committed to certain things. There are some things you will not do for the sake of your father. Come on, all together. When I got the call to ministry 300 level, I lost passion in engineering. Like, so my wife was asking me, how did I pass? I said, for my mother. The truth, that was the truth. I didn't buy one textbook, one. From that time, the material I was buying was necessary material. Because I knew that even the one I would read, I would not use it. So I was reading to graduate as an engineer for the sake of my mother. I had 3 more years in campus, 500 level. But when I said, okay, I'm going to ministry full time now, okay, let's go. I started buying books. But when I remember my mother, how she will feel if I fail, for her dignity, I fought. I tried my best. So sometimes, for the sake of your parents, try and marry right. Make them proud. Give them honor. Let people in the neighborhood not be mocking because of you. Let people not be embarrassing your parents because of you. Look at the way there's a woman that sells at our junction. Like, everybody know the children to be embarrassing, talking to the mother. customer will say that I'm not your mother. I'll be there several times. People will be saying, the way your children talk to you like that, the way I am not your mother. Every time I'm there, somebody's complaining about the children and the mother. They will shout at her publicly. A girl that's not up to 18 years old cannot wash her pampers, cannot buy her menstrual pad yet. 16 years, small girl. Because the guy is whistling you or WhatsApping you. Okay. Anything that violates the dignity of your parent and you do it qualifies you for a curse. Come on now, together. Number 2 is violating the legal will of your father. Let's say your father say this is like this should be done like this, and you intentionally violate it.